My parents were both teachers, and they wanted to name me not after anyone, and not a name that they knew, and not a name that they had associations with, so they went through books of names for names that they liked that were were unusual to them, that they hadn't heard. So they found the name Jocelyn in a book and went, oh, that's perfect for our child. In Vancouver, BC. And I've been here for quite a while. I came here to do grad school, and I thought, wow, it doesn't have winter like Manitoba does. This is kind of nice, and so I just never left. You can go outside and like run around or ride your bike all year and not freeze. I mean, it almost never even snows, let alone be cold. So it's quite pleasant. Okay, I go through endless amounts of tea. I'm not a person who chooses between tea and coffee. I drink 1 cup of coffee in the day and then about 1 billion cups of tea. I'd be curious to meet Claude Vivier. I'd be curious to meet Kaya Saariaho. Stravinsky would be cool to meet just to find out what he was really like, because everything he writes, it seems so provocative, and you wonder, does he believe that? I mean, I will call. There are people who I'll call, like my mother. But I'm a texter. I'll sit there with a type, 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 type. I'm an ends of the day person. I'm definitely a night person. I'm also kind of a morning person, but I don't like the afternoon. I'll get slothful and sleepy. I like composing better in the evening if I have the chance, or when it's dark. I just think my brain works better in the dark. I tend to have as little light on as possible so that I can see, which means that I keep Christmas lights up near the window all year. If I'm having a sort of a weird day, I'll have them on so I can just write by that, and I have like a really tiny light. If I'm frustrated, I have a journal type book that's for composing. I write down all the things that are wrong with the piece and all the problems, and I get annoyed, but sometimes it helps me find answers. Fairly quirky, pretty good sense of humor, like weird words, somewhat reclusive. I'm not good at sitting still. When I was 4, I took my bicycle with training wheels on it, because I could barely ride the thing, and took off to the mall without my mother knowing and bought gum with money that I'd found on the street. For a 4-year-old, that was wild. There's really a couple of them. I loved visiting the Czech Republic, I loved visiting England, I loved visiting France. From the perspective of age, it seems like what's happening right now feels like it's been going on forever, but it hasn't. I mean, we have vaccines. It's been a rough year, and the next year is still going to be sort of getting back on track. In the course of your lifetime, like I'm 51, you go, it's not long a time. So you just sort of keep persevering. And I mean, I think the other thing is be curious, because lots of digital things you can do, you know, with your computer and with recording and technology, Ableton, Logic, you can play around and you can do that kind of thing, and you can connect to people in different ways. And so try to be patient, curious, and persevere, even though it feels crappy.